What's up, everybody? Big Hurt 916. You're tuning in another edition of Fresh Out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the channel, because you know how they doing us over here, man. We've been pushing over 300 million views. So represent. I'm here with my man Justin, man. Ticket, clothing line. The game is dirty, and man, we kicking some game and just sharing some knowledge, trying to lace you guys up, man, because we know there's a lot of pitfalls in life, and a lot of the messaging out there is the wrong message, and we're trying to share the right message, or a positive message. Justin, man, how was it, for you growing up as a young man? I know we talk about family values, morals, having a strong family structure, and I know everything starts at the house. Everybody wants to blame everything outside the house, but you got to have the house tight first.
Okay. Well, to all fairness to people who didn't have a regular family structure, or both parents, I have both parents. My parents are still happily married. My parents are going on 54 years of marriage.
Oh, man, congrats, man.
And they love each other. They just tolerate. They really love each other, so that's good. I've got, so I've been blessed to have that. And but that just makes a huge difference in what you see, and as far as family structure and everything. And I wish people would realize how important that is, because the pillars of foundation of family really structures how you're going to be out in this world. And I mean, you can't control the fact that they've broken at least the black families down, but people at least need to acknowledge and see that this comes from, because if you leave it to the world, they think that all these black fathers don't want to be fathers to their kids, and that's not really it. If you let me talk freely, I can let you know what.
Ben, let's get into it. Well, let's talk freely. Shit.
The Steve Harveys and the Tyler Perrys and mother dudes will get them easy platforms. They're not going to let them tell you real talk, because what happened is, at least for my people, is that the government came and offered deals to black women. Like, look here, we'll give you money, we'll get you housing and stuff you need, but you can't have a man in the house. But it's crazy, because they still need the black seed to start it. So they get pregnant by Leroy, and then kick Leroy out the house, and now the woman has a home, and then her father is the government. So that man has no power in the home, and then, but they still want the weenie.
Yeah.
So they let him come in the daytime. He probably sitting up, they drinking and smoking together. Because the women always met like it's just to do. A woman picks what's in her heart. Ain't no caveman. We just not knocking women in the head and picking them. Women pick dudes. But then when they don't work out, they blame everything on him. Do know that. Whatever his habits he into, she's doing it too. It's just that she got the female body parts to get pregnant. And then if it go wrong, it's all on him. And I'll be gonna tell dudes, your mom is not being honest with you.
Yeah.
If we haven't been, at least I can, they ain't been honest for years. She know everything about him. We knew he was, whatever he was like, she knew.
She knew that beforehand.
Yeah. If you purposely have a baby by somebody who already got 9 kids, he never married him, you are surrendering your uterus to that type of person. You're not a victim. If he didn't take it, you gave it to him. But see, they're never going to talk about that. But anyway, back to they gave them systems, and they give the woman money, and then the man has no authority in the house. So even if he comes around in the daytime, the children don't see a real man. They just see some guy who comes by with the mama for the daytime and then get some and have to leave. And whenever they get in an argument, she threatens, I'm going to call the people, you're not supposed to be here. So now you got like 2 generations, maybe going on 3, of a broken family. And now even if the son is there, he might become gay by default, because he doesn't even see a man in his house. He just sees, like some dude who just come in, has to cower down and bow down and leave, like he a vampire. You got to leave, like this certain time of the day you got to go. That breaks down the family structure. And so, and then on TV they make it seem like all these brothers don't want to raise their family, like they didn't have an option. I have yet to see a movie like that.
Like they're deadbeats.
I don't see like their deadbeats dad. Yeah. That was. The halibut fish, how it lays on the side all the time? So over the years, the eye came on both sides.
Yeah.
Both their eyes on one side. That's what happened to that. That thing went on for so long, brothers pretty much accepted that. It was like, okay, well, the kids are going to be taken care of, and they get them under the government. But they control. So the woman and the children are controlled by the government, and the brothers, because who makes more money than the government? So she actually sold her man out. Now they talking about they ain't got no man. You can't. What do you mean you don't got no man? You expected a black, especially back then, to make more than the government. You getting a free check and housing that's cut, free housing, and he's supposed to compete with that. So if you really loved your man to the faith you extent, you would have been down with him and stayed with him for the whole ride. And now you wonder why they go on other places. you kind of created your own problem. But if you say that, then they get mad. But that is what it is. It is what it is. You can't disregard your man for years and then think that you know that's, and then they wonder, well, how did this happen? The only thing I don't like about it though is that they have everybody believing that brothers out here don't want to raise their family. That is not the truth, man.
You know, Thomas Sowell said the same thing though. He said prior to the 1960s, before the Civil Rights Movement, you had 95% of the households had two-parent family households, black mother and father. But once the Civil Rights, and they pushed all that, you know, the welfare system and all that. By the 80s, you had that was down to like less than 50.
Less than 50, and it's work now.
And so now it's like a natural thing. And like you said, you have hypersexuality. So you have one man. You know, it don't matter if it's some you know, what Sean Kemp got like 10 kids, Vander Holyfield 8 kids. That's crazy. You know, some of these other dudes, Future got like 8 kids. Yeah. You know, all these kids, and the dad. If you have 8 kids by 4 or 5 baby, how can you be a father to 8 kids? And then you have the demasculinization where you got guys, you know, wearing, athletes wearing dresses to the locker room and this and that, and they're like this fashion, but you got young people looking at that. Now, I'm not saying you're a grown man. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I'm not knocking you guys. Look, man, whatever, but these are all subliminal tools that are being played out, and those realities aren't really real realities because it's what you see. But that's what they want to say. You want to make it look like everybody, you know, they said masculinity is toxic. How are they toxic? You know, back in the 60s, we had Jim Brown, strong brother. We had Wilt Chamberlain. We had, you know, Willie T. Ribbs, who was in, you know, one of the first black guys racing cars that we never even heard about. You know, different people who stood for things. And, you know, once you got rid of these strong, which athletics, you know, Jesse Owens, different people who were strong, but that got kind of faded. And now we got these athletes now more on an entertainment, and they're doing other things to kind of feed narratives and agendas. Right. You know, and it's changed, man. And I don't see, you know, what's so toxic about wanting to be a man, about wanting to stand for something, about, you know, saying that you're going to protect your family, you're going to stand by your family, you have morals and values, you know, you're not going to be passive. I mean, where did all that come from? But like you said, it's by design. It's by design. It's been a while, and I don't get that. And I've been trying to tell people, like, I don't have nothing against sports itself, because the sport is just, it's a game. It's entertainment. But I keep trying to tell people they're not just there to entertain you. Like you said, they're used as agenda. Our rappers, our athletes, comedians, they use those people to push a thought process, a dress code, a thought process. It's not just somebody shooting a basketball or somebody throwing a football. I be trying to tell people, and they like, no, what they call a draft, I call an auction. It's a big buff dude with his mama crying, no daddy there, no daddy there. And then they put a hat on because now he belongs to that plantation. And then he's walking off, and then when he's walking, they throw one of these brands at him. They either throw Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, Beats, whatever, Apple, boom. That was one of the, that's what they're doing. And go and shut your mouth. Shut your mouth though. That's all it is. That's an auction. It's this big dude, this tall, he run this fast. They selling them dudes off. That's why I never watch. It's not a draft, it's an auction. And then, you know, and then you're gonna edit this out. But NFL to me stands for lease. Because they just pimp us. And if your knee go out, you gone. That's a wrap. They don't think nothing about you. And I'm like, dude, now I understand your talent, you got a gift, but to understand they using you, so just get your money and get out. But if you just use your talent, just use your core field. They using you to sell, dress crazy. You hear your athlete, these young kids looking up to you, you wearing dresses. That stuff irritates the shit out of me, man. I know. You know what I'm saying? And then you got grown-ass men who worship that shit too much. I was like, dude, stop with that shit, because even like Caesar, you remember they had the games, 180 a game? You know what that shit's for? Distraction. When Caesar was disease, all kinds of shit going on, and your ass at the fucking stadium watching the game. That's too much emphasis on that. You go to a game, you see dudes get mad and drunk about the fight over a sport. I'm like, man, that's insane, bro. That's, you know, I tell people, I have to remind, fan is short for fanatic. Be entertained, but that shit, they put way too much on it, and they forget about their families. They put too much, and then they sell that dream like sports is good, but they sell it to the average black male. Like, if you don't do this, you have no future. Now, you know, only 1%, less than 1% of 1% of 1% people can make it to the league. But they sell it to us as if that's what you do. So if you spend all these hours trying to get your child to do, because you got black folks who don't cultivate their child, because their child might be good at cooking or good at this, or they tall. You know what the first thing they're going to do? They're going to try to put him on some damn field instead of cultivating what he's good at. That's right.
And then if he don't make it, but he spent all these hours in life, because to be that good, you got to put a lot of time in.
A lot of sacrifice.
You got a lot of sacrifice. Now, if you do all that, now you spend all your time only doing that, and if it don't pan out, then what you got? Now you back at Walgreens, security about to get capped, or you become a sheriff. If you be not, that's how that shit works. And it's like, and I get tired of them fishing that shit to us all the time. Like, that's not realistic. And that's what they inspire for. So if you got all these millions of people, and all you say, well, I either got to be a rapper, a ball player, or this and that. And if I can't do those 3 things, I'm irrelevant. And that's what's going on. That's what, so they get mad, like, why are you so mad? So it ain't that. It's just that they're using it as like, that's the only way you can make it. And y'all okay with it. And they think we made it because they named 4 people. Jay-Z, or Oprah, or this. I'm like, dude, stop with that.
Yeah.
Stop naming these 8 people. And you know, you ain't no telling what they do to get where they are. Believe me, the people do some. You don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
They done. You know.
Well, you know, it's, when you say that too, they don't. You know, I remember when somebody there was a black executive talking about programming on TV, the TV program. You know, that what they show and depiction of certain individuals. And if you showed a family and the mom's a doctor or the dad's a lawyer, and you see that and you're watching it, oh wow, man, like, you know, initially when you did watch the Cosby, you thought, man, that's a great family. College, the dad's he's a Dr. Huxtable, and you got a Bob who's a lawyer. Dude, that's like, they're successful. And when you wiped him out, destroyed him, his little image of what you pictured somebody who had attained a certain level of status, and then it goes right back to athlete now. Rapper and athlete by default. So you destroy Dr. Huxtable. Now you go back and you could be a thug rapper, which now this guy, he's done dropped Molly in her drink. He's done maybe shot this dude. He's a robber, but he drives a Rolls Royce. He's all over TVs doing concerts. He's what you guys put on a pedestal. Right. How does that work? You guys took away this, and there's been nothing to replace that.
Nothing.
Nothing
they got
to
rid of
replace
that,
it.
yeah. And then they get off your character too. After that, they'll get you. But I don't get it. But you know what? But the more broke you are and less self-esteem, you think all money is good money.
Yeah.
I'm not that person. Money don't mean that much to me. I'm not doing anything for money. Some people that's out there, and when you broke, so that's why I try to sympathize, but at the same time, it's hard. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that, man. You doing too much. If you want it that bad, man, something's wrong with you in the first place. You gotta have a limit. You gotta have some type of cutoff.
Well, when you say that, I mean, I was just having a conversation with my partner, man, and he had that time in Louisiana. For those people who don't know, like, the wars down there and how bad it is, I'm talking about horrible. And he said he was in the pen. He was like, and they used to call my boy Cali. He said, yo, Cali, man, would you kill a nigga for 5,000? And my partner's like, he's trying to, he's weighing out the question. He's like, 5,000. He's like, Cali, I'll take a nigga head off, nigga, $5 grand, nigga. That's a lot of, nigga. I'll kill that nigga $5 grand. He like, he's sitting there looking at this dude, and he's like, God damn, these dudes 5,000. So they killing niggas in 5,000, nigga, 5,000. That's what your life is valued with for life. I mean, literally, that's it.
But that life they talking about is typically another brother.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, because they ain't gonna just roll up on nobody else. They gonna think about that hard and long.
When he's talking about it, he's talking about dudes in the game. Like literally, these dudes are like, you down there, you selling weed or you selling coke, whatever. Justin guy, you got what on there? Nigga, you're dead. Them dudes, like you said, you're getting high with them, kicking it. Boom. Take all the shit. Let's get up out of here. It's crazy, man. Literally.
Now, who you gonna blame that on? That don't matter who the fuck the president is. It don't matter who the cops are. That's some shit that's wrong with your inner core. You are fucked up.
Yeah, man.
And no one wants to call them. Like, dude, I'll tell you, you fucked up.
You fucked up.
Yeah, some people, their core is, they fucked up. Like, you are going somewhere to happen, and I don't want to be around you when it happens. But you don't want nobody to tell you neither. Like, oh, you know what's gonna tell you it's okay? Your mom and big mama, she gonna make you some grits and shit and tell you it's okay, baby. No, you a piece of shit. You need to fix yourself, or get fixed by life. But nobody wants to hear that.
No.
And it's like, man, this is getting so repetitive.
And you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention when you hear people talking like that. And that's why some people, man, you can't have everybody in your circle, man. I remember during this whole pandemic thing, man. I remember a dude telling me.
You said pandemic, right?
Yeah, pandemic.
Thank you.
I remember this dude was telling me, man, and we were doing something, and dude's like, "Hey, Big Herc, man, yeah, shit is bad, man, but I got me a Desert Eagle, man." He said, "You strapped over here?" I said, "Yeah, man, I got." He's like, "Oh, is that right?" "Oh, okay, yeah, man, because, people, you get crazy, man, I'm like, this nigga talking about coming over here? Man, shit, yeah, man. After that, I stopped letting the nigga work out. He's starting to do it. They're like, what is dude like? He thinking like plot, like plotting. He was already talking about he was stealing meat from.
Oh yeah, he already,
grocery store and this stuff. So it's like shit get bad. He gonna start hitting houses. He's gonna start hitting houses. So I'm like, he's like, dude, you got something? You cool over here? I said, yeah, I'm cool. He said, you a felon though, right? I said, yeah, man. But you know, there's other stuff. I got bowling balls. I got swords and all type of shit, man. Nunchucks. He's like, oh okay, yeah, okay, boom. And I'm like, damn, these niggas, man. The closest ones to you, man, come right back to your house. You never know what a dude knock at your door and try to take you out over something. I'm like, damn, that's how. And somebody you know. So it's like the game, man. It's so dirty, but you guys, I try to tell you, man, you gotta be careful. You never know who you're dealing with, man.
Keep that circle small,
and you gotta watch the harder people, man. You gotta test it. I've been in people's houses and I've seen them purposely leave stuff out to see if you take it. I seen dude leave stuff out. Dude go, oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go upstairs. And I look and the dude done left something out, some money, I think. I said, oh man,
He's trying to see.
Yeah, he's trying to see. I know, $10,000 watch, there's some money, his wallet right there. I'm just, chilling, but people want to see it. Has this dude really changed, or is he still that?
That guy? Yeah,
is he still that guy, or is that guy in him? You know what I mean? And I've done it with people. You leave stuff out and see, man, because like you said, that little theft, that little right there, will teach you save you a lot of headache later. Because if he stole that,
oh yeah,
dude, like my boy said in the pen, $5,000, he'd have your head.
And that's sad, man. That's sad. That's really sad. I mean, this
nigga, talk about, and some of these dudes.
Who would want that on their conscience? You got to be a conscious individual anyway.
Man, he said some of them dudes that they had bodies, man, and they just would talk like, dude, I'd take that nigga. He's like, damn, these dudes, like this dude, it's like nothing. And they up in there like, dude, it's like living like that, like literally living in hell. Some of these people, man, I heard a dude, I was in the pen, I heard a dude, he was talking to me casually, he's like, yeah, man, we threw that nigga off the top of the projects. I said, all right. And he looked at me to see what my expression is. I said, damn, that nigga must have deserved it, huh?
Well, I guess you can't help everybody, man, but this is my small contribution. I'm trying to tell people, the game is dirty, correct yourself. Don't let life correct you. If somebody been through something, if somebody got some knowledge to share, because the person got to know everything. But if they know more than you or know more about the subject matter and they giving you game, take it. Add to your collection to learn life. Cause you don't have to go through all these bumps and bruises and everything, But if you don't evaluate yourself, man, you're gonna end up in a bad place. And that's what's going on. These people just want to grow up so fast, and like I said, in the social media they use to be who they are. You need to be your own self, get your own personality, and make your own decisions. You just can't flow with society and what your friend do just to fit in, as most people are weak. They'll do whatever just to fit in. I'm like, I'm not that person. I'll never be that person. If I got to lose every friend I got a moral system. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up and they started, you grow up experimenting and things come up and people start doing stuff and I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't, if you can't, and if you still can't be my friend and I don't want to do that, and then we just can't be friends. But a lot of them ain't here no more.
See, I think a lot of people.
They're not here no more. They all messed up. A
lot of people can't let go of old friends. I tell you, life don't stop in high school. You can keep making friends. Yeah, I'm almost 50. I'm still making new friends. I don't have to go back to the old friend. Oh, let me go see what so-and-so's doing. For what? Right. You know what he's doing. Sit up in the house, nigga smoking weed, nigga drinking, telling those, nigga, remember that time in high school, nigga? Nigga, we busted his head, huh?
Yeah, you gotta go, yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's like they stuck in the same spot.
Stuck in it, still telling the same, nigga, you told me that 10 times. Oh, did I tell you that one? God, man, nigga, move on.
But just trying to help, man. But you know what, though? What does life do? Life always kill the messenger, right?
Yeah.
It takes a lot of heart to do what you're doing.
Believe me, man.
I know, like, one thing about it, the people that are cool with me, I know they 100 because they're able to accept some truth and process it. If it applies to them, it don't. If it don't, but they're able to process it and don't trip. But other people, they just can't, it's like acid. I don't want to I'm like, well, man, just take the acid, man, and change. Yeah.
No, I'm melting.
Yeah, because they know it's the truth. I'm like, man, I don't know you per se. I'm just telling you now. If I'm just spraying it out in the air and it falls on you and it burns, it means it applies to you. I don't know your personal life.
Yeah.
So, but that, and that's the way it is, though. Yeah. Can I address this? We have time, right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start bringing this up.
Yeah.
This is my complaint. All right, everybody watching the show. This shirt right here is called the Sane Crime Tee. I made this shirt in October 2012. I got it copyrighted. And Snoop Dogg wore it on MTV Ridiculousness. I think he wore it in 2014, I'm not sure, but they ran that show back and forth. But at the time, it didn't have my logo on the front. It only had it in the back. You see Snoop turn around and you can see it. Well, I'm the original maker. This is the original maker, Ticket. The Game is Dirty Apparel made this shirt. And you'll know it because if you do it, it'll have the Stitch label on it right here. And it has the logo on the back. Because they bit the design, but they can't bite the logo, of course, because they're really getting in trouble. But if you see what it says it's the black man gets life, the Hispanic man gets 15, the white man gets probation. Now, I know people get mad about it, but being my work that I do, I already know it's true. I work around it every day, and it is what it is. So I just want to let people know, if you're interested in buying that shirt, the original one is thegameisdirty.com, the same crime shirt. Now, if you go to Google, you're going to see all type of bootleg versions of it. And but I just had to get that complaint out. And then I was upset because, like I said, even though it's copyrighted, I can't go again. It's too much work.
Yeah,
if there's so many people still in it, yeah, I can't. Because if you set a court date and you're about to go, they say they can't make it that time, and you set it back. And then, you know, I went to Amazon, I stopped Redbubble, Teespring, TeePublic, all these different stuff every day. And I went on, you know, I just let it go because, you know, like I have a brand, that's just one shirt. And that lets you know how the system is. That one shirt, it's a true thing, but that one shirt kind of like upset the balance of the brand for a while. I got all kinds of concepts. That was just one shirt. Because I made that shirt, that was like the 5th shirt I came up with. I wouldn't even know one. The one was the original logo. And it's made up of people rich or a substantial amount of money, and I didn't get none of it because it's attached to a brand. So that's my little gripe I want to give on the show. So if anybody interested in buying that shirt still, I kind of like let it go. I don't really advertise it anymore. But if you want the original one, it's at thegameisdirty.com. Same crime too.
Hey, you guys represent. Go to the original website and get the shirt. Don't buy that bootleg from all them other outlets, man. Go to my man Justin, man.
Yeah. So
Justin, man, you know, it's great chopping it up with you, brother, man, and getting another perspective. Because like I said, a lot of times, and me and Ant talk about stuff, man, and I keep a lot of stuff to myself. But you know, this is the type of conversations I get excited about, and it's far and few between, man. You know, so I'm glad, you know, Chad put us together so we can, you know, chop it up, man. Shout out to Chad, man. His interview's dropping. And yeah, man, it's good to network with other people that are like-minded, that see the game for what it is on a larger scale. Yeah,
I appreciate you inviting me on the show, man, and I hope I didn't upset anybody out there, but I'm lived old enough where I don't care no more. The truth, I live long enough. Let the truth out. You know what I'm saying? I've lived long enough already. The truth is going to be what it is. See, facts change, the truth don't.
Yeah, yeah. So. And you know, it's to have people like yourself actually talking about it, because a lot of the stuff people take it to the grave, we don't hear it. I'm always reaching out to people. I reached out to a lot of people in the hip hop community, like, hey man, come on the channel, let's chop it up. But a lot of people don't want to chop it up because they make money off of that other side. So if they say that, then it's like, oh, I'm like, dude, but you know that's not true, man. You've been in the pen. You know them niggas in there want to come home. I've never seen a dude in the pen talking about he up in there. Dude, I've seen dudes crying. Yeah, dude, I've been down 20. I still got 10 more years to go. I got 20 more. You know, I got 50 years. I'm like, God damn. I've never seen nobody in the pen bragging about who they shot. I've never seen nobody talk about that. Never. I've seen dudes talking about getting out to get somewhere to try to escape.
Right, right.
But I ain't never seen nobody up in there kill it, denying, oh, man, I didn't do it. You know, nigga, man, they had your DNA right there, man. They set me up. So, I mean, it's a false narrative, man, and I'm just trying to help you guys, man, and you know, take it as what it is. I spent over a decade of my life behind bars, man, and I still don't know how I made all them dumbass mistakes, man. You know, it still blows my mind, and I'm just like, I could have done so much more, but this is my way of giving back to you guys, man. So, Justin, man, the game is dirty, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
All right now.
Hey, man. Big Herc 916, fresh out, man. Subscribe, support the channel. All the links for his stuff is in the description, man. Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com.